Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we had a successful battle with Ramuh and resolved all of that. And then we came back to Revenant's Toll, the Rising Stones, and had a conversation with Minfilia about the Ascians and potential plans to find a way to actually capture and then destroy one of the Ascians permanently. And we had a bit of a long explanation of Aether and the Ethereal Sea and all those sorts of things about how some of the concept in this universe works. So, that was interesting. But now we're kind of back in Revenant's Toll and doing a bunch of kind of, I don't want to say menial busy work, but it's kind of that. As we, kind of cool down from the big stuff. So, that is what we are going to be currently working on for now, until the next big thing comes down the pipe. I did speculate a little bit that we might have moved into a different patch, because there were several different patches that came out between the end of Realm Reborn and the beginning of Heavensward. But no, we're not. We're still in the 2.3 patch at the moment. Heavensward started after the end of the 2.5.5 patch, so we still have a bit of a ways to go before we hit Heavensward. So, let's go ahead and just keep on chugging. Alright, Slathborn, what do you have next for us? Picking up the sledge. Okay. Slathborn is concerned for the Science Receptionist. Tataru. Gods, to look at all those people. Seems they're carting in adventurers by the wagon load, and more than a few are eager to rap on the Scion's door. I wonder if this constant flow of aspiring heroes is what has Tataru looking so perturbed. Might be she could use a friendly ear. Okay. So let's see what is concerning Tataru here. Here she is. Hello, Ayame. What might I... Oh, Slathborn thought I could use a friend, did he? What a sweet man, though I did not think my fretting so obvious. Well, I suppose there's no sense in hiding it now. 'Tis time to reveal my little secret. It quite suits me, don't you think? But 'tis not simply for show. I have been learning the mining trade. Why, you might ask? Therein lies the source of my dour demeanor. Ever since we relocated the Rising Stones, the Signs of the Seventh Dawn have stepped out from behind the curtain, so to speak. Our victories over the Empire have granted us a certain degree of fame, and many budding adventurers have traveled from afar with the intention of joining our ranks. And while I welcome each new member that takes up our cause, we have too little coin. As I'm sure you are aware, we are a strictly neutral organization, and ensuring that neutrality means limiting the funds we accept from outside sources. The Scions do receive various means of support from the three major nations, and the Leveler twins are quite generous with their family coffers, yet this modest income cannot keep pace with our day-to-day expenses. There is also the sundry donated material, of course. Those are delivered to the Adventurers Guild and swiftly allocated to the expansion of Revenant's Toll. While I'll cheerfully leave the toppling of primals to you, 'tis my duty to balance the books and fight the demons of debt. On my honor as a receptionist, I will raise the necessary coin with my own two hands. I even paid for this sturdy mining attire out of my own purse. Which makes it doubly aggravating that my custom-made sledgehammer has yet to arrive. I scrimped and saved especially for that tool. Ayame, if you were to help me see the Scions survive this fiscal disaster, then I would ask you travel to the Blacksmiths Guild in Limsa Laminsa and demand they hand over my commission at once. Oh, and regarding your travel expenses, I'll have to check our available funds. Once you have my sledgehammer, pray leave it with Fulhamen. I shall be out digging up riches the best I can with the equipment I have. Crystal clusters, here I come. So, Tatara wants to be a miner. You can actually become a miner yourself as an adventurer. It's very interesting in this game that the crafting and gathering were rolled into fully realized character classes. So, you know, being a craftsman of some sort, or a miner, or a botanist, or various other things, is an actual, like, job class that you switch to. So, we are heading to the Blacksmiths Guild. So let's go ahead and teleport ourselves out there. Alright, so where are we headed? The upper decks to the Blacksmiths Guild. Okay, so closest Aether Net shard is going to be the Aft Castle, looks like. Let's go ahead and sprint. Now, I did check out the seasonal event that's going on right now, which is the 5th anniversary event. And it was kind of interesting, but it's kind of, you know, intended for players that have been around for quite some time. So, I'm not sure how interesting it would be for the actual series here. So, that's what the different music is. Alright. Berthale, Guildmaster. What can I do for you, lass? If you're looking to sign up, Randwolf over there will run you through the initiation. You're here about a commission? Something weren't delivered? Now that is passing strange, unless 'twere an ale-induced dream. I'm fairly certain Mistress Tatara's tool were shipped off days ago. I'd not like to forget the forging of a sledge, what needed flowers engraved on the head. Could be the porter met with misfortune on the road. If the blokes we employ are in town, then you'd find them south of the Octant, on one of them empty landings. Seeing as we've heard naught one way or the other, though, I'd be of a mind to cast some doubt on their whole operation. What an upsetting business. I might need a pint or two to put it all behind me. Express our doubt to the prickly porter south of the Octant, which is down in the lower decks. Down here, so Fisherman Guild is probably the closest teleport. And all of a sudden, I don't know where I am. There we go. The decorations have me all turned around. Okay. Fisherman's Guild. Quickest way is probably going to be just to sprint around this way. Alright, and here's our prickly porter. Let's see what you have to say. We're going to do the doubt emote. Let's see. A delivery from the smithies to Mordona? How the bloody hell should I know? I just haul the crates. Hang on a moment. You said Mordona, aye? My mate was meant to see a shipment up to Revenant's Toll a while back, but took ill just before he was due to leave. Not to worry, I said. I'll take it there my very own... Ah, bugger it. Well, we got bleeding busy, didn't we? And I figured someone would come looking if their precious package didn't arrive. And he rode, and here you are. The crate you want is back there someplace, marked and all. You can grab it your own self. Fine. Box for Totaro. She'll probably have to request a refund for the shipping. Alright. Deliver box to Philhamen and the Rising Stones. Alright, so back to Mordona, Revenant's Toll. That's why I said that Aetheryte up as my free teleport. I head there a lot. Alright, here we are. Alright, 10 Hills. Here's Philhamen. Greetings, Ayame. Totaro made mention of a missing delivery. Were you able to coax her commission from the Blacksmiths Guild? Well, the guild had done what they were supposed to do. It was the deliveryman who had a problem. Wonderful. I shall keep it here with me until Totaro returns from her mining expedition. She is not one to approach matters by half, is she? The Rising Stones couldn't ask for a more able administrator. Still, I am somewhat worried for her well-being. I realize Totaro means to mine and not more, but even the outskirts of Revenant's Toll are not free of prowling dangers. Would you mind tracking down our industrious Lalafell and see that she has not come to harm? As far as I'm aware, Totaro intended to start her digging in the hills near the Tangle. You may have to call out to attract her attention. Totaro is to be found mining northeast of the Tangle. First, make your way to the destination marker. With the chat mode in Say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase that contains the name Totaro to attract the receptionist's attention. Now, this is a first... Is that one of the first of those quests? Where you actually have to send text into the... Oh, bump my mic. Send text into the chat? I don't think we've had any quests like that before. Alright, so let's go ahead and ride out. And we're heading, north of the Tangle. So we're gonna have to ride past all the silly frogs. They are only level 44, so I don't think that they'll attack me at 52, because then that'll put us, what, 8 levels above them? Let's just ride in front of one and let's see what happens. Nope. Nope, they attack me. Okay, they disengaged. Oh well, that's good to know. Alright, so... I am in say mode, and I'm just going to type this in. Breaking rock and splitting stone, I'll raise a fortune on my own. Okay, she's singing. Delving deep for precious ore, I'll take a rest and dig some more. And there's a marble. Toss aside the pebbles, toss aside the dirt, toss aside the science who shirk their work. Okay. Phew, I think I'll call it a day. I'll make much better progress once Ayame brings back my sledgehammer. Yes, I might even make enough money to indulge a little. Blood currant tarts for morning tea every single day. Was that someone calling my name? Yep, she's in trouble. Alright, let's go kill it. Let's get my chocobo out. Rescue Totaro from the Moorball. Where did it go? Ah, there she is. A sickly sweet odor overwhelms me. Piece of cake. Alright, Totaro. You're alright? Grade 12 above. I thought I'd eaten my last currant tart for a moment there. Thank you ever so much. I believe 'tis past time I return to the Rising Stones. Yeah, maybe you don't want to mine out here. There's other, far less dangerous places to try to mine. I mean, we could have teleported back, but it's not that long a ride. Alright. Back to the Rising Stones. Ayame, I must thank you again. I received my commission from Philhamen. The floral engraving is absolutely perfect. After nearly becoming dinner for a moorball, though, I'm not so eager to head back out into the field. In any case, no more solo mining trips for me. I shall be sure to drag along one or two handy adventurer types to serve as bodyguards. I suppose I'll have to pay them, though. Well, no matter. That simply means I'll need to dig twice as hard. Alright. Okay, so let's see what she wants next. Totaro would have you indulge the attention of your young admirers. Okay, for some materia. You've been an immeasurable help as always, Ayame, but could you perhaps spare a little more of your time? To put the matter simply, the Doman children have been chattering about you endlessly. 'Twould mean the world to them to see their hero again. Very well. There's Yozan, Koharu, Roka, and Shiun. Look, it's Miss Ayame. She's back from her adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals. and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Miss Ayame? Maybe you could show us how you fought the Primals. What's all this commotion then? Somebody. Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coultenet. Coultenet? Did you know that Miss Ayame is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Ayame. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coultenet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers. And we were just asking Miss Ayame if she could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Ayame? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Ori, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you are merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, mayhaps I am. But what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you, Ayame? Would you consent to spar with me? Sure. I'll try not to embarrass you too badly. Hurrah! We have a tournament. We're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. Do try not to disappoint them, Have faith, Coultenet. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. Alright, so meet Hoary Boulder to the east of Revenant's Toll. Let's ride on out there. Let's see, there he is. Let's have ourselves a bout. It was good of you to agree to this, Ayame. I trust you are ready to begin. It's going to be an instance? Okay. Very well, let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Hoary, are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Ayame you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Ayame to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Who else is showing up? Oh, Ida, Thancred. Ida? What? Who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Ayame's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. Alright. I can do that too. Oh, he's down already? Such power. The tails barely do you justice. Mr. Boulder won't lose, will he? Oh, he's losing. It's not over yet. Can't be. The children have the right of it. Okay, so the mage is going to join in. It's time I join the fray. On your feet. Alright, I'll indulge him. I won't knock out the mage right away. No, he's down. He's down. There we are. Oh, he has put up his invincible ability. Oh, got him. Barely scratched my armor. You have bested me. I yield. That was incredible. She beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose, Ayame. No one can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Impressive as always, Ayame. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they, too, appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? 'Twas at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended toward their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. It was you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting the course for the future. Charting a course for the future. Okay. I wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil toward a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the signs of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed is to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians, is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. So it looks like young Alphino has some big plans. There we are. Speak with Alphino at the Rising Stones. We'll go ahead and just ride back there. Alright. Guess he's in the solar. Okay. So I guess Menphilia is going to be involved in this as well. Alright, Alphino, what's up? Thank you for coming, Ayame. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization. A group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Alright, I'll take one of these guys. I'll take the strength one. Just gonna end up selling it anyway. Because I shift armor. I'm gonna be shifting armor too much to really worry about melding material onto it. Alright. So let's hear your plan. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the seventh astral era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution will be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the science. It is my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions worked tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scions command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I ask that you accompany me on the journey, and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Liminsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Alright, interesting. So we put together our own prototype Grand Company. We'll see how this goes. Before we head out to Limsa, let me just check one small thing. Okay, so our recording time is running short, so we'll go ahead and cut here. And we will run through the various nations and work on recruiting these inaugural members when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.